These are my Unit 10 case problems for Java programming. This week we changed a whole bunch. We focused on inheritance. The only thing that hasn't changed is this page, this class, event.java. We're not using event demo this week, so I'm not including it in this folder. Instead, we're with inheritance, we're extending the event class using dinner event. So this is basically the user's going to have to select an entree, two sides, and a dessert from these arrays, which will print out and give them the choice. This is just going to set it, and I will say that if they choose a value that's outside of this, we're just going to set that to index 0, which is going to be the first option, so steak, fries, and cheesecake. Down here is just our menu string, and this is just going to list out, uh, the options and everything. So we go to dinner event demo, and this is all the same code from event demo, except we've added some things and changed some things. So where this might have said event, array events, created a new object for the event, we're now using dinner event to test this code out. So you'll see that down through here. We kept all of our old sort methods and everything from the last few assignments. Um, I'm commenting out the phone number stuff. The assignment didn't ask for it, so I'm going to pretend the client did not ask for it. I'm going to comment it out so it can be added in quickly if necessary. It just slows things down whenever you're trying to test all this stuff. So down here, my show details, again, commented some of that code out. I did add some of this up here, and just ignore that. It's just to make it easier to read once we get down to it. And down here, it's going to print out the menu and get everything we need from it. It's all of our old code. We don't need that. So down here, it's going to display your entrees and sides and desserts, and then the user will go from there. Or this is where they'll select it from. So this is going to display the entrees. This is just a temporary variable that I've used all throughout here. So just the user's going to enter in their selection. It's going to pull it up to here, and then it's going to display it out. I'll go ahead and run this one. We changed it to 4 events. Say 0, 0, 1 for steamed vegetables, 0 cheesecake. Still gotta choose our event type. Number of the second event would be 200. 50 guests. We'll do tacos, steamed vegetables, white rice, peach cobbler, and just a random one. Alright, see 300. Gas, 50 again. Bacon sliders, white rice, fries, apple pie, 3. Alright, and our fourth and final event. Guess we'll keep that the same just to get it done. 2. Alright, and now we're down to our sort, and you can keep doing this until the user chooses to quit. Alright. This is just all the stuff we entered. And this is what I said that makes it easier to read all this. So all we're going to focus on is this stuff down here. So this is the menu, and this is what the user selected for the first one, and then the second one, and so on for the other 2 events. So let's go on to the rental Java. And this is the same exact thing. There were a few different parameters for this one, so I'm not gonna say it's all the same code. Rental Java wasn't changed, but lesson with Rental Java, if a user selects one of the first 2 in the equipment type arrays in rental, so personal watercraft or pontoon boat, then they're required to take a lesson with an instructor. We were told to populate the array with names for every piece of equipment. So I've got Chad Boatman, Adam Accident Prone, rowing a boat. Kathy Canoe, Kathy Kayak, I'd Rather Stand. That's for the beach chairs. Useless Kyle, the umbrella instructor, and Wildcard Charlie for other. We needed a new boolean to test if it was equal to index 0 or 1 for the rental equipment, and that's again personal watercraft pontoon boat. And this is just checking for that. This is where we're getting our instructor and the equipment. So the type string is not the same thing as type. The type is just the generic integer we use to select. I've made that mistake a few times. So in that string, it's going to print out the equipment string, and then it's going to get your instructor name based on the equipment integer that you entered. So then we go over to Lessons with Rental, and this again was a copy of Rental Demo with the same changes as before. Any of the additional changes that were additional parameters from the assignment were handled in this, and that was just the first two. We needed to add true and false boolean to them. So we'll go ahead and run that. 100. I apologize. I'm getting over a cold, so it's kind of hard to talk loud. And again, 4 contracts on this one instead of 8 from the previous assignments. Total minutes, again, I'll say personal watercraft. And we, of course, still have our sort methods per the assignment. We're going to just sort by contract number. Okay, so we've got our first one, and we chose the personal watercraft. So, lesson is required when renting a personal watercraft, and there's our instructor. And we got a pontoon boat on the next one. Had him accident prone. The instructor for that one. Beach chair. Lesson is not required when renting a beach chair. It did not say to include the instructor name on the ones that the boolean comes back false, so I didn't add that in because it wasn't asked. And then down here we chose personal watercraft again. That's Chad Boatman. And that's it for this week. Thank you.